These reality TV show dropouts do not know what they're about to face. As I give a hypothetical scenario, what if total drama characters endured fallout? Now, I've been watching that show recently, super fire, a little weird in some parts, could use, a little bit less, you know what I'm talking about, but it's pretty fire besides that. And I'm over here thinking, like, what if each of them individually, all of them, every single one of them except Katie and Sadie are separated and they somehow, each of them get into their own vault. Even Mr. Coconut somehow. And I'm just going to be here, in my opinion. How long do I think they last? What would their fate be? What is the outcome? If you like this, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It's a huge help to the channel. You guys are so amazing, and please make sure to subscribe to my gaming channel, Kush Carnivore, link down in the description. Amazing support from all of you. Yes, you right there watching this. Appreciate it. Alright, so the first mystery, those who suffered in their vaults. So basically, what contestants probably die in their vaults, and as you know, the vaults are a little deadly, high-key, low-key, but I'm not going to say a lot of them die in the vault. A few will, though. Alright, so the first one is Vault 13B, and as all of you know, the vaults in Fallout usually, almost all the time, have a purpose and an experiment going on, usually bad. So in Vault 13B, they do cryogenic experiments where basically everyone in the vault, except like the overseer and maybe some top people, they are forced to be frozen and then revived over and over and over again daily, where if you just can't survive that well, maybe they eat you, maybe they toss you into the wasteland, cremation, I don't know. And unfortunately, I think someone from here perishes from that, and I'm gonna say that person is Bridget. I mean, let's be real, that kind of fits her. It's a sad way to go, but at the same time, I don't know if she's ready to handle that Fallout world. I know some of y'all mad I eliminated her first, but blame the vaults, don't blame me, who am I? Bridget's probably too nice to be out in the Fallout land anyway. She'd probably, just end up bad. Alright, now we have Vault 91, where everyone in the vault is subjected to an experiment where everyone in there ages but in reverse until you are completely rendered unconscious and, you just kind of die. It's weird, it's kind of messed up, I'm not too sure how it works, but it's Fallout. They got, every kind of medicine, every kind of bull. And unfortunately, the one being forced to endure this kind of torture is Chris. I won't even lie, this is what I think happens. I think Chris is actually selected as an overseer or something, and he thought that he would be safe from the effects too, but then he slowly starts to realize he is looking better and also de-aging. He tries his hardest to use the overseer code to try to get the vault open, but nothing works until eventually, I'm sorry Chris, you're clapped. It probably wouldn't feel the greatest, but you might be one of the older people in there, so you might be one of the lastest longing. Now, Vault 814 is a little bit of a weird one, but basically the residents are convinced they're living in a reality show where basically you compete for fame and attention, and then the attention gets more and more severe, more and more pressure. It keeps getting dubious, it keeps getting devious, diabolical, then it starts getting rude, starts getting mean, then violent, until eventually the audience demands death and it just doesn't fare well. R.I.P. Beth, losing her in this vault. I just don't think she got that dog in her. She wouldn't she might fight, she might actually even get a kill or two. Put some respect on her name, but I don't think she's being the last one. No Hunger Game. Alright, and here is the fourth death, and you know what? I'm gonna make it the last so we can get to the other question marks. Vault 623 is constant tanning. Just basically tanning daily, maybe even every 12 hours. Leading many to the vault residents to get cancer or just dying from related issues, maybe sunburn. I don't know, I feel like that'd be terrible, tanning every 12 hours or every day in a tanning bed for at least an hour a day. Ow. Hell nah. I kinda wanna put Justin as the one who dies from this because it would be a little bit fitting. But instead, you know, I've been nice to Trent a lot recently in some of my newer videos, and I'm tired of that. So let's go ahead. Death by tan. If he didn't die here, he probably would have died to a bloatfly somewhere else. Let's be real. He probably lasted a while though, so you're like, good on him, Green Beanhead. Whose head is bigger, Trent or Berlizzi? Alright, here we are, on to the next tier. Now, this is basically them dying within a week of their vault door opening. They somehow got through the vaults, did the horrors, or maybe it wasn't even that bad. Alright, so immediately, I just feel like there's quite a few people who I know aren't gonna perish week 1 from being outside their vault, bruh. DJ, it would be a rough time for you, but I think you got this. Heather, you got this. Justin, you know what? You survived your vault, you got this. Courtney does. Coconut gets left behind in his vault. No one brings him along. Forever to be lost. Unless someone or the main character or the main player picks him up. Maybe he can be like a scrap item. Alejandro, you got this. Harold, Izzy, Eva for sure, Sierra, Chef, you got this, you're in the wasteland. Lashana, not letting you die. Gwen, you're a savage. Duncan, you're a savage. Owen, I just feel like Owen is so big, he would start eating stuff and drinking stuff he know he's not supposed to. He would get radiation poisoning and bam, he died. I'm so sorry, Owen, but that is so realistic to you. It's a little bit of a sad sight, but I feel like 2 or 3 days in, Cody might just get completely demolished or mauled by like some bloat flies or rad roaches. Something like a scorpion probably starts trying to attack Sadie. Katie jumps in front of her. Katie gets clapped. Sadie runs away. Very scared, terrified, not sure what to do, but she laughs. Lindsay probably gets kidnapped immediately, but she isn't dead, so, you know, good for her. She's just kidnapped. Tyler fumbling and stumbling across the desert along with Ezekiel. Who the hell? Ezekiel. And you know what? Just to make it an even line, let me kill one of these two. I think everyone watching this already knows it, Jeff. He probably gets in a fight with someone and probably loses because he brings a cleaver to a 9mm fight, you feel me? Alright, here they are, lasting at least a month or something, you know, let's say that at least, a little bit, maybe. Now, this is just what we call your usual Fallout death, like, you know, just something, you know, unfortunately this happens to people. So death by raiders, surprise like explosives or mines or something, wildlife, hunger, thirst, radiation, and just overall bullshit. DJ for sure getting killed by wildlife, probably a month or 2 in. I'm so sorry, DJ. Probably gonna try and pet something cute, get killed by it. It's a terrible fate. Heather, you're good. Justin, you know what? You're good. Let me pass you on through. I thought about it, but you're good. Courtney probably joins like some commonwealth or settlement, tries to get like high leading position there, especially she's like, you know, I'm a vault dweller, you know, teehee. That means I have superiority and blah 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 blah. Like, they don't care about that, Courtney. Now I'm gonna say Alejandro actually joins like a group to be raiders or, you know, just something, maybe NCR, Brotherhood of Steel, and he dies while he does that. You know, you try mess around, get into business, and sometimes you get clapped in business. Pause. Harold, I kind of got a plan for you later. Izzy, Eva, you already know what it is. I think Eva might be Brotherhood of Steel, and she's killing it. She's already a knight, like 2 months in. Izzy, she doing her thing as like a mercenary or just like a bouncer, bodyguard. Sierra, she's been hurt quite a bit, especially since she keeps getting into dangerous situations. But I'ma say she slides. Chef, I don't know if Chef would stick to his morals. I could definitely see him either being a huge raider or he could be like, want to go get settlements? We need some more settlements. How about you gain us some notoriety in another settlement? A settlement needs your help! like, damn, Chef, stop screaming at me. You're living. Lashana, I'm giving you a little bit of plot armor, queen, but, you know, I think you're slimming down. You're getting built. Gwen, I feel like she likes this kind of, like, she likes this setting and murder and all that a little bit too much. She a little weird with it. I bet her bitch ass says something like, my name's not Gwen anymore. It's Guan. That's like, bruh, who the hell is Guan? Not you, bitch. Duncan, Hammerhead, Shark, go ahead. Sadie, ooh, Sadie, I don't know, man. Alejandro died. You gotta die. Like, we gotta even it out a little bit. Huh, wait. Huh, no, if Sadie dies, Lindsay gets to live. Tyler, you can die, though. Ezekiel, once again, I have a plan for you. I think y'all might know. Noah, you got this. Don't worry. Huh. Keep in mind, this is them lasting, like, up to, like, 6 months, maybe a year. So they did all right. All right. Unfortunately for this lot, they're about to face some troubles. This is where, you know, I kind of decide who, unfortunately, turns into ghouls and which one of them, you know, which few of them didn't live, you know, for very long or whatever, somehow got clapped or maybe turned into hella feral ghouls. And then ghouls who lived for like 75 years to potentially like 200, 300, 400 years. I'm just saying 75 plus, because if you live 75 plus years plus the age they already are, consider that a life and bam, you live. Those who didn't turn into ghouls, who might have a different fate, will still continue forward. Heather, your fate is you did not turn into a ghoul. Justin, however, I think it would be hilarious irony if you were to be a ghoul and lived as such until, you know, you're 100 or 200 or something. Because you were once like so beautiful, so handsome, you were on a TV show literally because of your looks, and now you're a ghoul. Courtney, I kind of want to say it, but I'm not gonna do that to her. I'm not gonna make Courtney a ghoul. Harold, oh, for sure. He is for sure a ghoul. He might not turn into a ghoul until he's like 50 or 40 or something, but he's gonna get there. I'm pretty sure there's already a ghoul called Harold, isn't there? There's about to be 2. Eva, you're good. Still rocking that Brotherhood of Steel. Lindsay, I think she gets into some wicked radiation, maybe on accident, maybe on purpose accident, like she thought it was a little bit, it's a lot. She turns into a big mutant ghoul, like one of those huge ones. Mystic, that's not in the lore. I don't care, I'm saying it is. R.I.P. Sierra, I think she's like a ghoul for like a solid 30 years and then she gets shot by like some settler or something. This disease is taking a couple of the big players out. Chef, you're good. Lashana, I'm not doing that to you. Gwen, however, unfortunately, I do say you become a ghoul, but literally only after you're like 60 or 65 or something. You accidentally inhale or drank something you weren't supposed to. It was like some kind of funk booty ass serum where it turns you into a ghoul, and you know, you got. You spend the rest of your years in shame, which is like 200, 300 years. But you slowly learn to live with yourself, and on like year 80, you're like, you know what, I'm ready to embrace the world, and then you go meet with other ghouls. Duncan, you live, you're good. Lindsay, you're still kidnapped. Ezekiel, y'all already knew what I was gonna do. Ezekiel is for sure 100% a ghoul. Dead ass, and he lives for like 900, 1,000 years, bro. He's gonna be in the Fallout games like the 1,000-year ghoul. And like the ghoul's gonna have like a beanie on. It's gonna be hilarious. And all he has is in his inventory is like a stick besides his beanie, you know. And Noah, you know what? Go ahead. Go on to the final round. This is the finale, kinda. You know, this is where I'm just deciding who survives, like who dies of old age. I mean, let's be real. 45? Let me tone that down a bit. 35. 20 plus years in, 35 years in. This is like a very long time, especially considering Fallout years and the fact they already spent like 14 years, maybe a little bit less, like 9 years in the vault. However, I have to recognize that Fallout is a tough world. It's a tough land. So I'm gonna say that only 2 people end up getting that survive mark. Gonna limit myself to it. And the first person I'm gonna say that dies in the 20-year range, I just unfortunately have to give it to Eva. She probably unfortunately dies in the line of duty, helping someone. She saved people. She's known as a hero, a great knight loved by all the brothers. Now, the second person of which dying is a close one. It's a very also sad to say, but Lashana. I can see her like 40, 30, 50 years old something, gets stabbed by like a scorpion or whatever. She kills it. She goes like the next few days. Unfortunately, succumbing to the injury. R.I.P. Lashana. And the last one joining them is my man Noah. It's just an unfortunate, sad fact. I feel like he would be a scientist in some very heavily populated community, and just being around experiments and the funky shit they do out in the wasteland labs, it might just eventually give him some kind of illness and kill him. Alright, so it's really getting down to it. Lindsay, I'm gonna say maybe at the age of 42 or something, she gets rescued. She wasn't even too sure she was kidnapped. She just thought she was a really good member of that team or something. And I'm gonna say immediately she marries a richer, older guy. You know, that's kind of around her age at this point, which is like 50, 60s, 60-ish something. Keeping her safe until she lives. That's right, I found a way to somehow to get Lindsay there. Lindsay is the first survivor of the batch. Now, the first person I'm saying dies like 35 years, whatever, and is Chef. I'm sorry, you're already one of the older ones. You're hella old at this point. And you probably die like a hero, a patriot, like a real one. You drove a gas tank into a bunch of raiders, killing them all, taking out 40 people right before you go. I salute you. Heather, she's probably been a leader of a certain facility or settlement or something for like 20, 30, 40 years. And then someone poisons her or just something's like that. I can see that happen, and then she just passes away. R.I.P. Heather had a very good run in the wasteland. Good job for her. And it's kind of ironic that Courtney and Duncan are both out there surviving right now, never knowing the other one is out there because they grew up in different parts. And it's a little hard to get around nowadays. But I gotta give some credit to my boy Duncan. I know it's a little on the nose, but I just have to say it. He got it. Duncan is built for this wasteland. He's ruthless. He got, you know, quite a bit of charisma. Strong. He's very tactical. He's strategic. He's analytical in some senses. He's bullheaded, which in Fallout is kind of a good trait, low-key, high-key. But yeah, there you guys have it. Just keep in mind, all of this is only my opinion, but I really hope you guys like this. If you did, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It's a huge help to the channel. Subscribe to my gaming channel. That shit is fire. And I dare every single one of you to have a good day.